And
Farmers out there, can sheep drink Gatorade? And is it good for them? There we go. Oh shit, this looks cool.
okay.
Alright, this looks cool.
Now that we have this set up, what we need to do is, and again, here with the diamonds, you have to have a diamond to make the wrench, which you just saw me make. So now we need to run some form of wire. I use insulated copper because it's readily available right now.
It is readily available right now.
Oh, groan.
I could do that shit all day, man. You don't wanna challenge me, because I will.
I'm not gonna do it.
Crap. So it looks like you guys abandoned me down in that cavern, because I literally cannot find my way up and out of here. So that thing that I was all for Queen and Country and jumped into, yeah, I'm still down here.
So right now what we're doing is there has to be power to start it. Once it has power, then you're good to go. But you have to have the initial input to start it. So you can either take that coal furnace that you made earlier, which is what I recommend, and drop it like so.
I'm sorry, like how? Is it warm? Is it hot? Are you gonna drop it like it's hot?
I drop it like it's hot, I drop it like it's hot. And when you need the coal furnace, the power, your hot generator, you drop it like it's hot.
There we go.
What the hell?
I'm gonna raise up something real quick. I despise Sundrop because of those commercials.
Who's Sundrop?
Sundrop is a brand of soft drink.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised that you have not seen the commercials for it. They seem right up your alley.
No, but I really love pistachios, and I like this Psy is doing that pistachio thing now.
Is he seriously?
Hey, have you seen the Gundam style?
Nope.
It transfers the power right up here, fills up the right side of the electrolytic separator, so now we know it'll run.
It's Oppa Gangnam Power.
Gangnam power. Whoop. Okay,
Oh, my Lord.
so
Order.
now that we have this set up, we're going to go ahead and attach a water pipe to the edge. You have to do this by shift clicking for those of you that have never attached water pipes.
Was that a pun? Water pipe?
Okay, there it is.
I'm surprised that I haven't taken advantage of the fact that we were working with electricity to bring out like all this electrical punnage.
Getting attacked by a spider.
Oh, I am? Bring it, bro. I'd like to state that in real life, I am not the person to typically say bro, but there's something extremely appealing about it when you're facing down a spider with a pickaxe.
Now, do you have to hook a power up to the pump as well?
Initially, the answer is yes. So I'm going to show you here. Come out of the hydrogen generator with your power. This has to be hooked to an advanced battery box. One more time. You have to have the input on the advanced is a 240. Otherwise, you're a 120 in volt. That's a problem.
Look at all this ore you guys are wasting. What's up with that?
I can't remember.
It needs to go in on this side.
There
yeah.
it goes. This side. So
There you go.
Did you see it just start?
Yeah, you can see a tick happening every couple of seconds where you'll see it suck up water. With the infinite water source, it just fills back up again.
And now you see me filling up over here. So let's connect it now to the advanced battery box, which is here. Let me tear this down.
A battery box is the following. It is 1 meter large. It is important. It is a battery box.
These machines have their own interface. So if you right-click, you can see on the left side the amount of water is available to the electrolytic separator. On the right side is the amount of, I believe, power it has. As you can see, it's building up oxygen, which we can release with the dump button. And then when you go to the hydrogen generator, you can see the amount of kilojoules it's doing, the amount of hydrogen it has, and the output voltage. Go ahead.
So when you release it, would you say that you are taking a dump?
Bada
zing.
Okay, so the way to make this loop, guys, because you don't need all this, you don't want this output right here. So the way to make this loop is to break your connection here, loop it in through here. So you just lay down the wire, like so. So you see now you have the loop, and then break your loop here. Now you're safe to output this upstairs, and you'll have the continuous loop going, and it'll continue to tick away and build up. We need to dump. Now when you dump, you see it vents it off. This drives Smegghed nuts because he likes to preserve the oxygen.
No, it doesn't really drive me nuts. You can actually put like empty tanks in that separator and capture the oxygen and actually put it into an external tank, which to this point we still don't know what you can do with. But yeah, at the time I was just trying to fill it up because I thought maybe we might be able to use it for our Galacticraft oxygen tanks at some point, but otherwise it's not a big deal.
Okay, so this is going to bug me to have this turned this way because what I want is to run my wire straight upstairs through the floor and have it go right into machinery. So I'm probably going to have to break this little circuit and hope I have enough power and can do it fast enough.
Here's a wire.
I want my machinery to go here, I guess. Let's see how that's going to work.
The thing is if we're going to use the second floor for storage, and I would suggest that we put maybe crates and stuff up there. Maybe you could put a what do you call those, conveyor belt going up into the second floor along the wall. So I think that's a good place for the machines.
Hey, anybody got a bucket?
I've got tons of buckets.
And that right there, folks, is teamwork.
Are you thinking power coming up through this and running along here? Or are you thinking power coming up, running through the floor right here, right? Is what you're thinking?
Yeah, I think what we're going to have to do is maybe put a false wall up and put the machines one block in. Because I think that the power has to go through to the back or through the bottom or something, so it just gives us a little bit more room to work with. Don't you think?
Yeah, you've always been big on the false wall idea, and it's worked out well for us in the past, so I think that's very wise.
It seems like if you don't, you end up with like wires and pipes all over the place. It looks kind of crazy to me. It gets my disorganization OCD like on red alert.
So we're actually pretty fortunate that we have this little drop here.
And something that I picked up on earlier is the fact that unlike other power generation systems outside of this mod pack or the Universal Electricity API, if you don't have a draw on these, the generators stop working. So especially with the coal generators or things that you have a finite fuel, you're not going to run through that by having it going. Like right now there's not a pull on this, so you'll notice that the pump's not pumping water, but the second we add a load onto the other end, it'll start working again, which is kind of nice.
Okay, let me make this quick. Let's see, I need to have red, which is input,
Red, yeah. Typically speaking, red is input and black is your output.
Damn it, my push-to-talk key wasn't held down, and I had a great thing about loads there.
Oh my god. Do you see what you've done to my child? And you can't use the wrench to turn those machines, right?
Yep, and that's what I was just doing, was flopping that machine here.
And unlike, is it build? I think Buildcraft. Is it Buildcraft and all the other ones? You don't have to have the wrench to tear the machines down. You can use an axe, a pickaxe, and they will still be okay.
All right, there we go. It's restoring, which is nice. Let's make sure we're still dumping, which is good. We still have high power output.
I can see it.
So this is, guys, this is like, I'm not kidding you when I tell you, we were running, 5 or 6 machines nonstop, and we did not have power problems.
Yeah, you can run a few. It's really hard, even with the closed loop, to keep the pump going. It's pretty hard to keep a battery box charged up to full, oddly enough.
That's a good point, yeah.
But yeah, for some reason, even having it hooked up to the pump draws the battery box down. So it seems like maybe it only generates enough power to power whatever the load is, I guess. Does that make sense?
Well, like right now, we're up to almost 1 megajoule.
And, oh, it is going up. Okay, yeah, good.
Guys?
Yeah.
You guys need to see this.
Where are you?
1 second, I will show you the way. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Go ahead and just drop down that waterfall, if you would please. Would you kindly?
While Smegg does that, I'm going to make some more wire.
Actually, it's probably for the best if Smegg comes and does this, because we don't need messes going on, man. We need to keep this recording up. Right, so follow me.
This is some serious Temple of Doom shit going on here, man.
Look at this shit.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is seriously Temple of Doom stuff.
I mean, holy crap.
Wow. We should head up, get some torches, and light this area up really good. This is, you know, I may have future plans for this, actually.
Okay, so we have power coming out the top. Now we're ready now we are ready to start setting up our machines. When you're planning all this out, Smegg's pretty good at doing it on paper and actually doing a mini scale, which, as many of you may think is OCD, works really well, because with these machines you have to ask yourself, where does your conveyor belt need to be? Where does your power need to be? Where is your input and where is your output? And that's where it can get frustrating, is you'll put a bunch of machines down and you'll be like, oh crap, my input's on the side, my output's on the bottom, and my machine is on the ground. So that won't work.
It does take a little bit of planning for some of this stuff.
So first things first, our enrichment chamber, which...
In the enrichment chamber, that is the kind of like the macerator, is that right?
Right.
That takes ore and creates dust out of it. So for most stuff, I believe, for each block of ore, it creates 2 dust. 2 dust you can then go and smelt and actually get 2 bars of ore out of. So you kind of actually, in essence, double the amount of ore you would have with that. Is that the machine I'm thinking of?
Yep, that's it. And you see that it is powered from underneath. So that's pleasant, because a lot of the machines in Buildcraft were powered, if I'm correct, were powered from behind. Is that right?
I think so. I know sometimes it led to a little frustration of having to add walls and extend stuff so that it wasn't all crazy around.
These machines are loud too, guys. So if you have your sound up, this could create small problems. But you see it's working. We have power to the bottom. I'm still going to leave that space behind it because I think I have this strange feeling we're going to need it. So I would recommend 2 of these enrichment chambers. But I am always a more, bigger, better, stronger, faster kind of guy. So
Throwing this out there, I just harvested some sulfur.
Oh yeah, I was actually going to point out while I was down there that with the Ampz pack, I think it's ICBM, around lava typically now will be generated sulfur, and when you harvest it, it's a powder, and you can actually turn that powder, I believe it's 4 at a time, into gunpowder, which allows you to create most of your explosives. Kind of a nice alternative.
Is this the same gunpowder that's dropped by creepers?
Yes, it is. Yeah, so because your explosives and your missiles and stuff take so much of the gunpowder, it's a nice alternative to having to hunt down creepers or creating a creeper farm.
Speaking of farming monsters, I feel like we should at some point in time do like a Monster Hunter Let's Play, if anybody's got a copy of that.
I don't know that I do or not, actually.
I
have
think...
something like Monster Goal Quest or something like that. Does that count?
No, that's not safe for YouTube. Not at all.
Oh, really? Okay.
No. Monster Girl Quest is a good visual novel, though, for those of you who are looking for something a bit different. Go ahead and go check it out.
I think you gave me that, actually.
I would have, yes.
If you're still down there, Actatus,
right
is there any way you could grab us a couple 2 buckets of lava with some of those 4 buckets?
I've only got 1 bucket on me. I can go grab another one.
In order to make the crusher, now we don't want the rock crusher, we want the actual crusher. You have to have 2 lava buckets, a block of steel, 2 basic circuits, and 4 redstones, as you see. Crusher is pretty important because if you accidentally make a bunch of ingots, you can crush them back down to powder.
Okay, that's nice. So you've basically got 2 enrichment chambers. That's the metallurgic infuser there, the silver one in the middle.
Yeah, now this is crazy important because this is how you make your steel. Basically, what you put in this first slot powers it up. Now, when we make some obsidian, you're going to see that diamond actually powers it. But I'm just going to show you briefly what it looks like to power it up.